What is up, guys? Dzeeff here, and apparently there's a new ban list. Now, I apologize, I am a couple hours late to this. I'm actually feeling a bit under the weather today. I wasn't really planning on recording anything, but then I got a couple messages from my friends that said there was a new ban list, and I was like, okay, I gotta record my reaction video because anytime there's a new ban list in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a really exciting moment, and this ban list is a really weird ban list because I'm assuming it's going to be live, like actually go into effect on October 1st, which just happens to be the exact same day that the Megatins are available everywhere. So that could be pretty interesting, and because we don't have access code, Lightning Storm, or Droplet in the Megatins, it means that the cards that are already in there that aren't those really do have to carry the value of them, which means I don't expect huge hits to the Dogmatic cards or the TriBrigade cards. Maybe they'll get hit, but I doubt they'll get hit so much to where they're not playable right before they get their reprints in the Megatins. But I have not seen anything about this list. Luckily, my friends know I make videos about the ban list, so I don't have to worry about them posting spoilers. But let's take a look here. We're going to hopefully actually have this ban list available on the US website because it's been so long, and this one usually takes a little longer to update, but I think that I'm getting here so late that it's actually going to be updated. So let's see here. Next announcement. Okay, so this is the correct ban list update. So it goes into effect on October 1st, like I said, so the exact same day that the Megatins are available everywhere, and it looks like the next no sooner than date is January 17th, 2022. And yeah, so let's take a look here. No cards banned at the top, so they must have not banned any like main deck monsters. We're almost to the bottom of the main deck monsters with no bans. Let's scroll down just a little bit. Okay, no main deck effect monsters got banned. Interesting choice there. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. No fusion or link bans either, which means Dragoon and Anaconda are still in the format. That's really fun. Let's see. No synchro ban. No Xyz ban. Okay, we have... Oh, what? They banned Zodiac Barrage, and Dryden is still banned. They just said, we're going to put more hits on the Zodiac cards than happened back in 2017. That's crazy, right? In 2017, they banned Broad Bull and Dryden, but left Barrage at 3. We are now at a point in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where all 3 of these cards are banned. That is hilarious. So this is pretty much exactly what I said was going to happen in that video from a few weeks ago. Konami's in a weird spot. They don't want to hit too many cards because the Megatins are just around the corner, and that looks like what's happening here, because no banned main deck monsters, no banned extra deck monsters is really weird for a format like this. There are cards that I feel could have been banned, but I think Konami is going pretty light this time around. So I hope to see some cards taken off the ban list. That would be pretty cool. So we scroll down, no traps banned either. So the only banned card is Zodiac Barrage, which is such a weird choice to me. It's like, this was a one of in TriBrigade. Now, the Zodiac engine was quite good in that deck, even without Dryden, so I can see why they did that. But it is a little weird that the only card they thought was worthy of being banned right now was Zodiac Barrage, compared to a lot of the other, like, really crazy cards in the format, namely Drytron setting up like 100 negates, or Dragoon being splashed into a bunch of decks, or just like hitting regular TriBrigade cards. But I didn't think they would ban any TriBrigade cards, so I guess Barrage getting banned out of that deck does make sense. I believe it was the most popular deck of the format in terms of the amount of people playing it, but also in terms of how many people were topping with it. It was everywhere. So let's take a look at the limited section. I expect to see a few more cards here than the banned section. Okay, sure. So Eva is now limited. That makes sense. So a lot of times in the Drytron combo, you'd be able to trigger Eva on your turn and on your opponent's turn using Beatrice, and that would add a ton of fairies to your hand, which you then could discard for Herald of Ultimateness or Perfection. So I think hitting Eva does make sense if they wanted to lower the power level of Drytron without completely murdering the deck. So I understand where they're coming from there. Maybe we'll see another Drytron hit on this ban list. Let's keep going. So we have, okay, very expected, Prank Kids Meow Meow Mew, limited. So we were just talking about this card at Locals last Thursday because I don't know if you guys noticed this, but this card was not in the Megatins. And while that didn't 100% confirm that the card was going to get hit, because in the past we've had cards get reprinted and still get hit, and cards that didn't get reprinted not get hit, it seemed like a likely solution to the Prank Kids deck. Prank Kids are a deck that's very difficult to hit because they have so many ways to all of their cards, but limiting Prank Kids Meow Meow does hurt the deck a little bit. Not enough to kill the deck entirely, but it will hurt the deck's grind game. So that is a hit that does matter in the long run, and I think it'll take Prank Kids down just a little bit in terms of how good they are in the meta game. Prank Kids have been very popular, so I think this hit is warranted. I do hope, though, there's another TriBrigade hit besides just banning Zodiac Barrage. Hitting Meow Meow and hitting Eva feel a lot more direct than hitting Barrage for TriBrigade, so I do think that TriBrigade need like one more hit on this ban list. They're so popular, they're everywhere, so I think they deserve one more hit. Let's take a look here. No other limited extra deck monsters, by the way. So we have Fire Formation Tenki to 1. There we go. That's another TriBrigade hit. So Tenki to 1 not only hurts the consistency of TriBrigades, but it kind of makes it so even if you wanted to play these Zodiac cards without Barrage, now you really don't have a big reason to. One of the reasons that Zodiacs were so good in TriBrigade, besides the one of Barrage, was that it gave you extra Tenki targets, because the regular TriBrigade engine only has one Tenki target. By adding multiple Zodiacs into your deck, it made the Tenkis a lot more valuable, especially in the late game once your engine was already going. So this really does hinder your ability to play Zodiacs in your TriBrigade deck. You'll pretty much have to hard draw them if you want to play them. You no longer have Barrage, which was one of the deck's best extenders. You no longer have Dryden, that got banned to last format, and now you don't even have 3 copies of Tenki. So yeah, I don't know how much we'll see the Zodiac version of TriBrigade going forward. Zeus is still a very powerful card, so maybe people still play the Zodiac cards in their TriBrigade deck, but man, without Barrage and without 3 copies of Tenki, it seems kind of rough to me, but maybe people will still play it. Moving on, no other spells and no other traps hit, so Revolt is presumably still at 3 copies per deck. These hits are probably honestly enough to take TriBrigade down a little bit. Also, I want to point out here that just like I mentioned in my video a couple weeks ago, we don't see any actual TriBrigade cards being hit here. We see their support cards getting hit because the TriBrigades are in the Megatins. Now, like I said, just because a card is in the Megatin doesn't mean it's safe forever. It doesn't even mean it's safe for a long time, because in the past we've seen cards like the Zodiacs got reprinted and then banned a little while afterwards. We saw Nightmare Mermaid get reprinted and then banned a little while afterwards. But with this particular Megatin, where it was releasing around the same time as the ban list, I was pretty sure anything in there would probably be safe, and it looks like that is the case. So let's see what Konami took off of the ban list. Oftentimes this can be pretty fun as well. I guess we're just seeing everything. So we have Danger Nessie to semi-limited. That's pretty cool. Before Impel Skullcrowbat Joker to semi-limited. I was wondering if they were going to move that to unlimited because it didn't really do anything, but it looks like they're still playing it safe. E-Telly to 2, interesting. Okay, so Virtual World was already a pretty good deck, but they do have a bricking problem. Some of their hands are pretty much unplayable. So E-Tally going to 2 is kind of weird because on one hand, Virtual Worlds are doing pretty good, but on the other hand, they were kind of bricky and they weren't the best deck. So I guess that's why E-Tally went to 2, but that seems like a weird choice to me. I don't know about that one. We'll have to see how much Virtual Worlds are doing after this ban list, now that they hit a lot of the other top decks and then gave Virtual Worlds another copy of E-Telly. And then finally we have Double Iris Magician. Not surprised here that it went from semi-limited to unlimited. Yeah, this card did nothing alongside Skull Crobat Joker, even when this was at 2 and this was at 1. We didn't see people playing them in their Pendulum decks. Pendulums are pretty much nowhere to be seen in the metagame. I'm sure Triff will have some crazy list now that this card's at 2 and Iris Magician is at 3, but realistically I don't think this really opens up any new Pendulum decks decks. They're going to need more cards off the ban list if Konami wants them to be playable. Yeah, that was all for this ban list though. It's pretty much what I expected. You know, a few light hits of the top decks. A couple cards came off of the list. Nothing too crazy though. No Max C. I know people were debating about that one coming back. I don't know if Max C is likely to come back with the B Trooper archetype in the game. They would have a bunch of ways to search that, which I know right now B Troopers are not that crazy, but if you give a deck a way to search Max C pretty consistently, maybe they would get a little bit better. You know, that would actually boost them quite a bit. So I'm not super surprised to see Max C still banned, even though we are getting Crossout Designator. Maybe someday in the future we'll get it back, but at the moment, it looks like we're going to be playing in a format without Max C. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think about the ban list. I'll see you later. Goodbye.